getting some things sorted out, letting people fill in the lobby before we get started. So it's just gonna be a few minutes before we get rolling. So just sit tight. Oh, hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. How about you, dude?
I'm doing alright. Just enjoying the fact that it's streaming and it's still daylight outside. Haven't had that in a while. Let's see. Yeah, I also haven't streamed in a little bit. It's been a couple weeks, so making sure all my stuff's ready to go. Yeah, I also haven't streamed in a little bit. It's been a couple weeks, so making sure all my stuff's ready to go. Okay. Alright. I think we still know how to stream. Alright. Nice. Okay. Also, let me know how everything sounds, if the audio needs to be cranked up on the music, game audio, anything, mics. Also, for anybody in the voice chat, I do have it to where people on stream can hear you, so yeah, don't be shy about talking or anything. This is a, group session for coaching, and it's good to have open, roundtable discussion, so that's just how we roll on these coach nights. We'll also be running this for only an hour as opposed to 2. I'm changing up the format a little bit because it was just getting a little stale running it for 2. It just seemed a lot longer than it needed to be. Okay. Stale running it for 2. It just seemed a lot longer than it needed to be. Oop. Okay. I know Wednesday night fights aren't. I don't think that's till a little later. Okay. Yep, I think that's just about it. Just let people fill in as they do. We'll be good to go. This coach night is sponsored by PBR, the greatest in trashy beers. Ugh, nice and tinny. Ooh. There he is. Trying to smurf on these sales? That's not how we roll up in here. Alright, and for anybody watching outside of the Discord, don't be shy, join up. Got a link to the bottom of the stream where you can go and get in. We got some open spots left, so yeah, don't feel shy to get in and I don't know where people be. Taking their sweet time. This is typically why I don't run these on... Typically Tuesdays were bad days to do this because WSO made things issues and barren, so... And I thought Wednesdays to be bad, but Wednesday Night Fights hasn't started yet. So I don't think that's the issue here. Typically we got a full lobby going. Alright, looks like we got someone else in here, so we can get going here in a second. There he is, alright. Alright, looks like people are starting to fill in now, so guess we can get rolling here in a second. Alright, I'm gonna drop down. Nope, I don't want to leave, that would not be good. Back you. I'll just watch you guys play as we usually do, so you two can get at it while people start getting in. Alright. Cool.
So how does this normally go? You just kind of like watch us play and then comment on like what we should improve on?
Typically, yeah, that's really how it works. I'll just be sitting in the back and I'll be commenting on, you know, just pretty much, you know, backseat driving would be the simplest way to put it. And just kind of give you tips on the fly, watching, and all that sort of stuff. And then when the match is over, the round's over, we'll just kind of give you just like a basic, you know, synopsis on the set. But we're only doing first to one because this is a 1 hour coach night, so we'll try to keep things going a little quicker. But yeah, that's generally how it works. I'm just gonna kind of watch you guys, because if I start playing with you and then it's just me running through people, unless I wanted to do something, you know, specific, like work on anti-airs or something of the like. Ooh. Ooh. Can't be pressing buttons on those. Hey, how it's going? Ooh, almost. I'm pretty sick. Yeah, Quentin, you're pressing quite a bit of buttons on especially some of those EX specials that Jack was throwing out. Be careful on that. Also know that so those EX sites are safe on block. So don't try to press the buttons after those. Don't push yourself in the corner now. Oops, okay. Ooh, almost. Still solid pressure. Ooh. That's the thing with Yuri in that EX tackle, you pretty much just get a free move after it. Get a free move just by doing that. Just by having that bar available. It's such a strong tool on him. Especially if you want to pressure your opponent. Just really can't go wrong. But then again, if you do that against someone with a 3-frame attack, then you can really... You gotta be careful with that, because if you try to press a button afterwards, a 3-frame, or an opponent with a 3-frame attack can just stuff it. So, that is something to watch out for. Alright, so since we don't have a full lobby just yet, I'm going to change the battle settings to first to 2. Or the lounge settings, anyway. Do first to 2. And, okay. I'm going to back a queue. You guys can go again. And get a longer set going.
Let's do this.
And for any of you watching, how you're doing today? It's been a while since I streamed recently. I've been busy. A few weeks ago, I went to a tournament up in Chicago. That was fun and interesting all at the same time. First time I've been up to Chicago, so that was one thing I really liked about that trip, but it was also the first tournament I've ever done live. And proud to say I actually did pretty well. I made it to the top 8. Got knocked out in the first round though, which kind of blew, but you know, I'd say that's pretty good for, you know, a monthly tournament in a pretty major city. So I was happy with that. Could talk about more of that later.
Ooh, the game's lagging a little bit from your end.
Yeah, I could tell a little bit. Yeah, I gotta be careful after that. Can't follow up. Unless it got a 3-framer. Even then, it could be pretty risky. That's a good way to handle those fireballs. Good way to get him in a corner. Ooh. You gotta watch that overhead. That target combo's dirty. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. It was getting pretty slick at the end there.
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, Nash has a really good fireball game. Those come out super fast, and he's got a lot of recovery after it, so it can be tough to jump in on him afterward. Ooh, good way to get out of the corner. I like that. Respect players who use the character's special and unique moves to get out of the corner. That is a severely unutilized tactic I see people doing. Ooh, good defense. Ooh, good down here. That's a dirty target combo. You gotta. That's one of those you really have to recognize and get used to. Because if that second hit on that overhead gets you, and Urian's got a full V trigger, that can be bad news for the opponent. And this isn't loading hardly. I'm sure it's okay. Yeah.
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh, still worked, I guess.
Oh, did something happen? I know it DC'd, but did you get knocked out of the lobby or something?
No, I just accidentally super when I tried to fireball.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I got. Oh, I got knocked out of spectating. Okay. Weird. Alright, so that's nice. Alright, meanwhile, in the loading screen.
Round 1.
Alright. Time for about 20 seconds of Dragon Ball Z synchronization. Round 1 lasts a little bit.
Round 1. Fight.
Good pressure. Good combo. Oh, that's what he was trying to do. It's that free play on EX tackle. Toughie.
A foolish insect at dead.
Round 2. Fight.
You can't.
Oh. I think you could have had a game Could have won that game off that CC, but may have
Yeah,
dropped
probably
something.
yeah, with the EX tackle, I probably could have got it, but I just dropped the tackle.
Yeah, it happens. I had a couple matches today where I just dropped some very game-closing combos that I was not particularly happy about. It happens. It sucks, though. It's just, you know, that execution, getting used to.
Fight.
You can. Bastard! You can't run. A fool.
Round 2. Fight.
When Urian whiffs those headbutts, they're super punishable. Keep that in mind. Good getting them on the corner. Ooh. That was very, very heads up. Ooh. Got lucky on that throw. Oh. Respect trying to go from the look for the quick rise. Don't forget about matching the base skill on those fireballs.
Oh god, I'm getting some heavy leg right now.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Yeah, just let it clear up a little bit.
Urian wins.
Alright, good set, guys. So you got someone else coming in here in a second. You guys can go again. I don't have a lot of people for some reason. Kind of weird, but there
I
is
think a lot of people that would be normally showing up or playing sets against each other right now. A lot of people that like I recognize are like in game right now,
Okay.
just playing each other.
I also do see quite a bit in Boom's lobby. That may have something to do with it. Who knows? Actually, yeah, I do see a bunch of bronzes and silvers doing LFG right now. It is what it is. Yeah. And for those of you watching on the stream, if you aren't part of the new challenger community, come on join, click on the logo below the stream, and it'll send you to our Discord. We will be having a website launch here in the next few days, so keep an eye out for that. And we'll have a lot more information on the website than we do on the Discord, so be looking forward to that coming up here pretty
Round
soon.
1. Fight.
Oh, I think the game might have crashed.
On your side, or just like? for
I think
your-
maybe I think my side maybe. I don't know. But it's completely frozen for me. I lost connection.
Oh, yeah, I got booted too. Oh, Street Fighter. What
should
will
I-
we ever do? What's up?
Should I move back?
Go time.
Let's see here.
I don't mind. Yeah, yeah.
No,
you can-
you're fine.
No.
I'll move back, and yeah, you just keep on going. If you've never been a part of the coaching night, yeah, typically what I'll do is I'll just watch from the back, and just let all the participants fight it out, and I'll just make my, backseat suggestions and coaching.
Sounds good.
So, yep, eternal backseat driver is my job.
Yeah, I've been messing around with jury a lot recently, but nothing is sticking. It's just the spaghetti is not getting wet. I just keep throwing it at the wall. Nothing sticks.
Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. Just learning how to play and getting used to that character. Jury is a weird one, though. She's pretty odd. Yeah, like it was funny because my brother just started playing this and getting him more acclimated because we were planning on both going to Evo in July. He's wanting to be gold by the time we head out to Vegas, and the first character that he was wanting to play, it's like, oh, I really like Jury. I think I'm gonna start learning how to, you know, learn the game with her. I'm just like, do you really want to do that? Because I wouldn't really consider Jury to be like, you know, beginner friendly. That's just my opinion. And for those of you wondering, we typically don't let golds in on these coach nights, typically just because we try to keep it like rookie, bronze, silver, and like. But it's actually good experience to get, you know, fight a lot stronger people. Even if you get beat a bunch, which is completely fine and definitely part of the process. Just like that, just knowing those target combos and how to block them is so useful. But anyway, yeah, it's good to fight people a lot stronger than you because it just gives you so much experience and insight as to what you need to know if you're wanting to become a better and stronger player. Ooh, good tackle. Ooh, just that crouch stare down. And apparently I'm a nice looking white guy. I'll take that as a compliment. As I sit back and sip on my PBR. Oh, crap.
Nice.
Ooh, footsies. Also, I don't think this is the first stream I've done since I got my new chair because my old one was giving me scoliosis pretty much. Thing was like literally disintegrating into the universe, just into the ether. Thing was disgusting, and then I got a new one that's like, it's not new, but it's new to me. And I'm just like, back support. Where have you been? Need to get like new challenger on like that nice game chair sponsorship. Get all the coaches and mods some nice game chairs. Oh boy, here we go. Nice little anime screenshot. Very anime.
Yeah.
Is it gonna? Oh, is it? Oh no, no.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
I guess the servers are.
servers
It's
could
not
be
good
having
right now.
issues. I really don't know. It's Capcom. It's the game within the game. God, I had, yeah. Speaking of Street Fighter or just Capcom playing the players, so today I ran into a super plat Dawson player in ranked, and now if you've ever been around the Discord, you would know that I have a personal issue with Dawson because I just cannot ever figure out that matchup. What makes it even more funny is that I've been playing Balrog a bunch recently, and if you didn't know, Balrog is very, very strong versus Dawson for his ability to get in and just apply just all kinds of pressure. Now, for some reason, every time I play against a Dawson, I just get trashed because they're just able to zone me out of my life every single time, and I just cannot get in. And by the grace of the fighting game gods, I was actually able to beat this Diamond Dawson, or Super Diamond Dawson, not gonna bust rank. And the servers didn't take the game, so I did not get my LP from that match, and he didn't rematch me for the second game. So I was understandably pretty salty when that happened, and me being an Ultra Plat, those points would be super, super nice. So I was salty at the time, and a few matches later, I run into the same Dawson, and I was like, alright, let's do this whole thing again. So, do the first game, and I beat him just like the last time, and this time, it gave me my points. It was like 150 points that I got, and I was like, whoo, yeah. And so that was satisfying on the player basis because he backed out both times. He didn't want that second game. I can't really blame him because play ranked, it's just you play for points, you don't particularly play for the experience per se. But yeah, it's the game within the game you play. There's a lot of LP lost in the ether. What's I gonna say? So for this, it's obviously a mismatch because this is, you know, Jack, you're in Super Bronze, and Ghost, you are not Super Bronze, you are in Gold. Faces, thanks for following.
Round one.
Thanks for showing up and all that. Yeah, so it's a mismatch just based on general experience. And one of the first things to do in, you know, working to becoming up to that level, Jack getting up to like that gold standard, so to speak. One, get like nice and consistent on your combos. Don't jump in so much. And know the block strings and the frame data so you're not pushing buttons when you shouldn't be. Because what boils down to is don't leave damage out on the table, and don't let your opponent get cheap damage that they shouldn't be. That's really what it boils down to when you're... Actually, that's pretty applicable to every single level. So stuff like that, if you've seen that enough, you know Nash can just get right behind you. You can just jab stuff that every single time. And it's those gimmicky things that is all it really takes. Now, I've played Bison a bunch when I first started. He was actually the first guy I truly mained in this game. And in the early leagues, like Rookie, Bronze, Silver, I found that he did really, really well. If there was like a tier list for characters in those like early leagues, Bison's definitely at the very, very top. Just for the fact that he is very gimmick-based, especially when he gets on his V-trigger. And, you know, if you don't know what to expect, you're not going to be able to do anything about it. Like, with Bison's V-trigger, Nita's double reverse, he's going to be, you know, do a side switch on their side. If you're not ready for that, you know, what are you going to do? But in reality, it's a super easy thing to counter. All you got to do is just throw out pretty much any anti-air button, then it's stuffed. You know, but if you're just learning the game, you're not going to know all about that.
It's go time.
There is room in the lobby, so if you want to get in, yeah, if you want to get in the lobby, go right on ahead.
I think one comment I want to make on that last match,
yeah,
is that first round I knew the fireballs were coming, but second round I like how Jack didn't throw any fireballs at all. That's pretty smart in terms of understanding like you can't throw fireballs free against all characters. Like
Yeah.
especially if at lower ranks they'll think they can throw fireballs for free, but in the upper ranks people will always be expecting it, and some can even punish on reaction, right? So I think that was a good choice to not use fireballs as much that time around.
Yeah, definitely. Because even especially against Cammy, she's got a great tool in the air. Was it like air cannon spike? Is what it is? That can quell fireballs really well, and even against Nash, who is, naturally has a pretty strong fireball game. Yeah, you can't be throwing fireballs like now. This ain't Street Fighter 4. You can't just be tossing fireballs out. You got to have a good basis for your good basis for normals and the like, and that good medium to close range combat. But that's not to say that fireballs are completely useless. But relying on them in this game, it's just not really gonna happen because they're just way too punishable in a lot of the matchups.
I think I held out pretty well.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Round one. Fight.
I'm getting some lag again. I think it might be my connection if you guys weren't lagging last game.
Is it lagging right now?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, you can, and we could find some time to train some other time. But if you want to finish up this set, go right on ahead.
Alright, let's try playing out this set, and then I'll try and figure out what's wrong. Cause normally I have pretty good connection.
Okay. Ooh. I see what you're trying to do.
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, clean. Parries aren't easy to do sometimes. They take a lot of foresight. Ooh. Oh, that's a risky sweep. Good combo. Ah. Ooh, good escape out of the corner. Held out there pretty good though. Give you credit for that.
Urian wins.
The connection got better.
Yeah, it got better in the end. I think maybe some of my house is down on something or something like that.
Okay.
Round one. Fight.
Oh boy. Ooh. Nice.
Round 2. Fight.
You can't run. Take this. I'll save at least. Hadouken! Hadouken! Hadouken!
Oh boy. Good pretty far. Good jumping. Oh. Good pressure. God, Urian can just do all his V-trigger stuff. That's such a long range.
Yeah, you can connect it off of like any of his medium buttons.
I know, it's so good.
Final round. Fight.
Oh god, I'm getting some lag again. Oh no, I didn't mean to cross over.
Oh no. Ah. Ooh, yeah, that's definitely safe on block. It's a good one to keep in mind. Are all versions of knee, the knee drop safe on block? I can't remember off the top of my head.
It depends where you land on them. If
Oh,
you
if
hit
you-
low, like below the knees, then it's safe. But
Okay,
if
so
you
it's
hit,
like the Dawson,
hides- I don't know. I've never played Dawson, but
like
it-
the little,
it's like
like the Dawson drill thing where he comes from the air. Like it's pretty much a rule is if he hits below the knee, it's gonna be safe.
yeah. If you hit high though, it's like super unsafe. I think it's like most variants ever EX like -4, -5 or something like that.
Oh wow.
Oh, we got a full lobby now.
Yeah.
Do you want me to head to back? I'm gonna try and
Yeah,
start
if you
my
want
internet
to,
stuff.
yeah, sure.
Oh, wait, I didn't mean to leave.
Oh no, you can rejoin. It's all good.
Okay. One comment I'm gonna make on that last match
Yeah.
is it happens a lot when you get to the higher levels when you're less focusing on execution. Is there's a lot of jump pins in that game, and then it's not to say jump pins themselves are a bad thing. It's just like it's learning if your opponent will anti-air or not. And then I noticed the Urian Quint, you ended up preemptively doing anti-air towards the second round, and that's why. And then it's like Jack didn't seem to like notice that as much, right? He still went in for the anti-airs. It's just like if you like learn, if you notice your opponent can't anti-air, I mean jump pins are viable, because if they don't do it, you have the grab situation basically. So yeah, it's just something to keep in mind once you get to the higher level, is noticing your opponent's ability, if they're able to anti-air or not. Basic stuff like that.
Oh, we got that. Yes.
Alright, I'll be back in a
Apologies
minute.
for
I'm
any
so sorry
lag
about
in
that.
advance.
Won't be right.
Round 1. Fight.
Risky. Yep, you always got to look out for that when you're facing characters with an EXDP. That,
Especially because
yeah.
I had the life lead, so I was willing to take that risk. But yeah, it just comes down to like.
Yeah, it's really, yeah, gut feeling and just looking at all the different factors and pretty much just playing the probability game on, you know, if they're feeling lucky enough to actually bust it out. Like, if they got a good life lead and plenty of bar, there's a good chance that they're gonna bust out an EXDP. But, you know, the more you run into that situation, the more experience you get, and, you know, you get a better sense of judgment for when you run into that situation. Ooh, get down here.
Jury wins.
Yeah, my anti-airs, I'll land them once a match, but yeah, it's anti-airs is something I struggle with. That's why if you want to take advantage against me, that's usually my Achilles heel. But if you do too much, then yeah.
Fight.
Oh.
That's good.
Ooh, good with time. Yeah, Nash really isn't in a fantastic place on the old tier list. Even I don't like using tier lists often because it's just kind of a not viable way to talk about, you know, how good a character is, because honestly tier lists don't effectively matter until you get really high up on the player base. But yeah, you don't really see a whole lot of Nashes around anymore. But yeah, his frame data just is not the greatest at the moment.
Round two. Fight.
I forget, is Moonstone, the non-Ace versions, they're unsafe on block, right?
Pretty sure, I think the white one might be unsafe, but I think the other ones are fine.
Oh.
I think, let me double check that.
I like doing EX site.
Oh yeah, that is a good one. That's a risky one and expensive one to do. Let's see. Light Moonsault is +1 on block. Medium Moonsault +2. Heavy Moonsault +3. EX Moonsault +1.
I thought at least one of them was mine.
Yep.
I don't even know what Nash's poke is.
Yeah, I couldn't really help you on that front. We don't, or I at least don't know a whole lot of Nash stuff, and it doesn't help that people in Season 2 aren't really playing him. But yeah, he doesn't. His poke game's kind of weird.
Because he's got like the light, which is like a huge lunging knee, and then he's got the heavy, which is a forward poke, but they're very slow.
It's just, I think, if I recall, it's like you want to use the back knuckle when someone comes in just outside of your fireball range. So like,
Yeah.
if you think if you think your opponent is predicting a fireball, that's when you start going for the back knuckle kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the forward heavy?
I believe so, yeah.
Round one. Fight.
Is the range on Nash's like standing medium kick pretty good, or is it pretty short?
Say that one more time.
Is the range on Nash's standing medium kick, is it long or is it short?
It's
Pretty
quite
short.
long. It's quite long.
Quite long.
He's-
Yeah. Okay.
It's the one where he kicks. He puts his foot out like sideways.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Trying to punish them.
Round two.
Yeah, the game's like freezing. I
Yeah.
don't know. Nothing is going on. I think we just have a really bad connection to each other.
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah, this is like pretty much unplayable. I'm getting.
All right,
really sad
let's
for
see
it.
if I could do something about this real quick.
If you want, just kill me so we can back out. Cause
All right, I will effectively kick you and
all right.
pretty much do Capcom's job for them. Alright. Yeah, it could just be that you two just have a bad peer-to-peer connection. That could very well be the case. But yeah, we only got like, just over 10 minutes left in the lobby, so yeah, we can just like get the last few matches in, and I think that'll pretty much do it. Then I'll wrap things up. My little spiel.
Alright, I'll probably just chill and watch the stream then.
Alright, yeah, that's no problem.
I'd say crouching medium kick on Nash is also a pretty decent poke.
Right. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, someone mentioned that it could be because you may be cross-platform, and that just with that coupled with the peer-to-peer connection is like a big issue.
Round one. Fight.
Hadouken! Sun Hadouken! Sonic! Seiya! Taria! Hadouken! Taria! Hadouken! Hadouken! Oya! Seiya! Hadouken!
Ooh. That's good pressure right there.
Round two. Fight.
Hadouken! Hadouken! Sonic! Seiya! Hadouken! Taria!
Good normals.
Hadouken! 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 Hadouken!
Also keep in mind on that net. Ooh. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Yeah, keep in mind on that Nash V skill when he's tossing those fireballs out. Yeah. Get those noms. Oh boy.
Oh man, that lag.
Oh wow. Yeah, I could tell it's getting pretty bad at the end there.
Ryu wins.
Yeah, I know. It is a long way.
Round 1. Fight!
Hadouken! 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 Hadouken!
Does Moonsault get through projectiles?
Does what go through what?
Moonsault get through projectiles?
I don't. I think it might. Actually, yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't even remember anymore.
Hadouken! Hadouken!
Sorry, does it? Or does it? I can't be here. I think my volume's still low for sure.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh boy.
I mean, it must still be running because we can kind of hear it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just booted out though. Yeah, gotta love Capcom. All right.
Let's do
Oh,
this.
okay. It booted me out at least.
Yeah, I went back in too. Now the ninja running.
Yep.
Runs so fast. Man, I wish like there's a Dragon Ball Z fighting game and it played at that speed.
Oh, no thank you. It's like Marvel, but like
Round 1.
super duper turbo.
Fight!
Yeah.
No thank you.
Sorry about that.
I don't know if it's getting bad on your end or not.
Let's do
I think this will probably be the last match. I think that'll do it for the coaching. And yeah. Yep, servers are melting. Yep, this will probably be the last match, and then I'll have my little 5-minute little ramble at the end about what I have on my mind. Because the subject for tonight is going over playing ranked and not being so frustrated while playing ranked, because ranked is an evil thing. But it doesn't have to be evil.
Round 1. Fight!
Okay, alright, should be good. Oh, almost. Oh, okay. That looks good. Oh, every time I think it's a little good. That's okay. All right. Whatever. This is a good way to practice your reads if you don't know what's happening. Okay.
We're just playing.
We're gonna
This is a
play
good-
Underwater.
This is
No,
a
no,
good
it's
ranked
not.
simulator. That's good.
Exactly.
If you can play If you can play in lag, you can play in ranked. God, it's always on like the round 2. I don't understand.
Oh, you got booted out from spectating?
I think it's gonna boot me out again. I would be willing to bet money. And there it is. And there's a fight night going on in like a couple minutes, and I don't know if Jimmy's gonna be able to do that with this netcode being literally potatoes. Yeah. Well, this will be the last set, so I think we'll be fine. As long as things hold out for a round or two.
Round 1. Fight.
And Street Fighter Z, okay.
Fight.
Yeah, it feels better now.
Okay. Oh boy, here we go. Mika needs that corner pressure.
I hate this matchup.
I think a lot of people do. I think you're definitely not alone on that. This matchup is not fun for anybody. Ooh, good getting out of the corner. Oh boy.
I would have figured this matchup would have been a little bit better if you can like use your normals to keep Mika out for the most part.
Round 2.
Yeah, can she whiff punish normals with her clap?
I don't have the reactions for that.
Oh. Actually, it wouldn't surprise me, because I think if she could, it'd be a good explanation as to why a lot of pros played her Season 1. Because all it took was for her to get that clap off, and she can smash out a bunch of damage, but I just can't quite remember if she had that ability or not. Ooh, just Nash flying everywhere. Alright.
Yeah, that's one thing about being in the corner.
Mika
A lot of
wins.
players will be patient if you're in the corner, because they want the person in the corner to make the mistake.
Yeah.
So if you're in the corner, don't freak out per se, because if you take the more risks you take, the more easily you get punished in red.
Yeah.
But that's just my take.
I'm ready to listen to your
Okay.
spiel now.
Okay, yeah. Talk time. Alright, so I think that'll do it for the coaching part, but now I wanted to talk about something that I've really wanted to talk about for a little bit. And the subject of today... Hold on one second. Yeah. So, the subject of today is ranked, and how to keep playing ranked without getting really, really frustrated, because ranked in itself is a really frustrating thing, and a lot of us have stopped playing the game because it's so frustrating. Now, that brings up a big question as to why. Well, we know why it's frustrating, because one, we're facing off against people who are either as good as us, better than us, or not as good as us, all based on this little thing called the league points. And in all honesty, these points don't matter at all. There's just these fake, tangible numbers that Capcom gave us, and it's not necessarily their fault. It's just that this is how ranked works. This is how you climb up the leaderboards, and you know, them giving you points and stuff. And we base our skill off these numbers, and that's not how it should be. But what we should be focusing on is not the LP, but the experience in playing in ranked, since ranked is where a lot of people play their best or most optimally, or closest to most optimally to 100%. You know, they're playing their best character to the best of their ability for that player, and it's just, you know, really a battle of, you know, who has the most skill as a player in Street Fighter. And we get so frustrated when we lose because we want to win. Everyone wants to win. We all want to be at that next level of play. Either if you're in silver and want to be gold, if you're in platinum, want to be diamond, or if you want to be in the master ranked, or, you know, be a contender at all these majors going on in the country in these next few months. We all want to be better, and that's really the main goal of what we're all trying to do here. But that's frustrating at times when we don't win, and a lot of it is because we get this thing called ranked anxiety, and the problem with that is that this anxiety isn't really real, even though it feels like it is. And one way to really bypass this is to realize that ranked really doesn't matter at all. Because even though you're playing people at their best, no one is doing anything to you to keep you from playing again. You know, if you lose, no one's cutting your thumbs off. No one's, like, putting a gun to your head and saying, you can't play anymore if you lose this match. If you lose, you just lose. You play... You just play the next game and you're there you go. But, you know, the thing that makes us different from, you know, war, where if you lose, you die, is that when you lose, you walk away with experience in knowing, okay, well, I lost. Let's see what I could do next time to not lose. Because even if you walk away not with a win, you walk away with experience. You know what to do next time to not lose. You have an opportunity to work on what you have to win, and that's really what's important when you're playing ranked. And I mean, I could say this if you're playing in a lounge with a friend on a troublesome matchup that you might have, even if you're playing casual with somebody and just, you know, screwing around and just getting general matchup experience. Why I mentioned ranked is because you're playing people at the best of their ability, and you're really putting yourself out there in terms of wanting to better your own play by, you know, throwing yourself into the fire and not worrying about being burned, but rather, you know, if I get burned, I'll know what I can do next time to not get burned, become a better player, and, you know, harden myself to reach that next league, or, you know, get the skill set in order to win my local, or, you know, get a top 8 at a big tournament somewhere. So really what I'm trying to get out there is, don't be afraid to lose, and don't be afraid to get in the ranked, lose 1,000 LP, because know that you didn't lose LP for 1,000 LP or whatever it may be, but you walked away with experience, and you apply that, and you'll get your LP back. Don't worry about that. You got it before, you can get it again. You got up the mountain, and what's keeping you from coming back up there? So that's really all I have to say on that subject. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching the stream. Thanks everyone for listening, and everyone have a good night.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you later.